welcome back to part 2 of What If Deku was, or no, What If Deku had the powers of infinity and zero. So, in the last video, we went over, the, not really too much, it's just like the same thing in canon, but with Zumi, him going to, UA, and but she has a boyfriend. I forgot to mention. Her boyfriend is actually her childhood friend, Bakugo. Turns out Bakugo was very nice to her. So, yeah. So then, yeah. So we were where we left off at the hospital. Zuko ends up was in bed at the hospital as the doctors ran some tests and they were shocked what they found. A new drug that could, as the Class A and Class B were, or actually Class A were so worried, they would rather stay there and as when Mr. Aizawa told them that he might not make it through, as the doctor says that it's an unknown element that they put into him through every brutal way. As Zumi heard infinite drug. As she says, can I guess what the drug is? Sure. Is it infinity drug? Yes, it's unknown to us of what the well, my brother, he's telling me telepathically that's what they put into him. As his one eye that was drunk. Okay. Yeah. So, same thing. Like the one that swirls looks at them and shakes their heads. As she starts crying that she wasn't it felt like it was her fault. Oh, that she should have just spoke up sooner than later. As a hand from Zuko reaches over, pets her on the head, and telepathically tells her, nothing's your fault, Zumi. Our little sister. You didn't even know that it was all played. As he as Bakugo realized that as he tells her that no matter how many times I die, I will be here for you, little sister. I care about you more than anything. After all, you are my sister. I have to protect you as my own brother. Or actually, he says, because I'm your brother. Hey? As Tenya experiences the same feeling with his brother, but it's like as it's time or it's past his as there's as a doctor, not a court doctor, but some random doctor walks over and the court doctor, or no, the doctor tells him that you might not make it through. As he looks at him saying, or telepathically tells him that they just need to drain the alcohol out of my system, or out of my system thing. Well, as they tried doing it, as Zuko's pushing out the bad stuff through as it's dripping all out, as the vital signs things went from not like super high one, but or not like choppy, kind of real fast. But as Zumi told Inko about as she couldn't believe that he's still alive after all this time. He survived a nuke. As Usashi clarifies that up. He survived a nuke. And what I heard from Mr. Aizawa, all for one, or Zuko had quirk, but it was different from us. As Inko said, what quirk did he have? Unknown. Azumi says, it was limit. It's his quirk. As they both looked at her, how do you know that? He told me. Exact same moment. Or actually, when I saw him in my dream, the quirk that they ripped out was limit. Like, no, it's not like, it was like nothing that I ever seen before. it's he ex- as yeah he explained it to me what limit quirk does. As the it allows him to basically limit himself. Sorry, I'm thinking if I go quiet. So yeah, so she says that he could limit himself, or he could remove limits, or add limits, or even take away limits from others. Like there would be no possibility, or endless possibilities. As Class 1A heard what his quirk was, man, he might be in Class 1B. As the one of the other students, Momo, was so ready to bop him on the head and tell them that, hey, remember, reason why he's in the as as he knows, or she knows that he's, or no, she knows that Zumi's right. The as she's ready to punch them all down. As even Bakugo agrees with Zumi. As they told them that, remember, he survived one most powerful nuke that could wipe out the entire multiverse, and like they said, and he came right back. Even more powerful. That's right. You've seen how powerful he could get to when he... What is his powers, by the way? That really counts. As Zumi... or none of them were quiet. They start thinking of what powers he has that allows him to do that. But then all of the Class 1A students heard from their own heads, my quirk is, or my power is infinity and zero. As when they heard that, brother, you're still alive? Of course. They're just draining the alcohol from my system. Might be a while before I fully recover from it. As she's happy, as she's like, yeah, as Ochako and Tenya couldn't, or none, all of them couldn't believe that Zuko has this much power. Man, and you're just, as when they all heard that of infinity and zero thing, that's his power, they could not believe that he is the most powerfulest person in the world. As they tried so hard not to as the very last drop of it, as he pumped it all out. Sorry. I just thought about something. So, yeah. So, as he makes full recovery in about a couple days, like 4 weeks, yeah. As Nezu, you must be Zuko, the most powerfulest man in the universe. Universe, multiverse, everything. As Zuko says, yes, I am. As well, we're here to, have you go to UA to become a pro hero. That's probably what you want. Yeah. Hey, I know that you're still trying to recover from all that young thing, but okay. As they watch him like a hawk, so yeah. Are you gonna join UA? Yeah. It's okay. I don't really know what really, but I will be happy to. You don't really get an argument from me. Good. I want you to go through a court registration thing to see how powerful you really get. As he says, sure. As Zuko got caught up with with his class 1A. And yeah, he does see his mother, and they spend more time with him. And they told Zumi that they'll spend more time with him, and don't worry, it's not because as she understands, and she wants to play with him. So they did play, eh? And then the overhaul fight began. Zuko felt up to it. As long as they don't put any more of that infinity drugs in me, will be good. As Sure Night Eyes understands that they have a quirk racing bullets, but seeing that as he stops himself before, because he knows that he's quirkless, that he would rather have his quirk back. As the scientist guy, the quirk doctor, still has Zuko's quirk, right next to his table as he says, well, All for One's gone, so, what should I do next? As something tells him that he wants to return the... Okay. And yeah, Overhaul got defeated by Zuko and the gang. And yeah, so the court doctor is like, should I? No. Make him feel quirkless, powerless. But something tells him from the inside that he made a mistake on it. He couldn't just undo it. So then one thing, and Zuko remembers the Quark doctors had a secret laboratory that they kept him in. As it still bothers him. All the pro heroes and the students and always hanged around with him more because they know, or he's getting so depressed that even for being so quirkless, or poor man even had his, or he's not even quirkless. He had a quirk, but then he got taken, or no, his quirk got taken away from him. So he ends up blaming himself for, or just, and yeah, he even wanted to kill all the villains to get his rage out of his body. Yeah, so, but his sister walks up to him and tells him that, and I know that it must be very stressful for you. Or actually, let's say him walks up. I know it's really stressful for you. Have a quirk and got taken away. As he says, and plus strapped me into a nuclear device. Yes. And I literally had to, as he's becoming all rageful, as he couldn't control his self, as a lot of stress, he needs to leave it. So before Baldo can't even say it, bottle up hatred was starting to form, as everyone could tell. As they were trying to calm him down, and let him, like, just get yelling at someone. That, as everyone, Azumi understands that as she could take on that, as he exploded, not like kaboom kind, more like rageful kind, like, as he's like says, the in if I wasn't, I know that I was born, or I know that you and I were born with different powers. You have our parents' powers, and what I got was infinity, zero, and my quirk is limited, and it's just the, as all that bottled up hatred for the villains, just like, after he calmed down, as he starts to tear up, as Zumi runs over, hugs him, as she says, "You're okay. I know that usually holding it in, like bottled up hatred, isn't good for a person for you." As he kind of blames himself for not being there at her sports festival, and him being so proud for her for doing that stuff. As she starts to smile, "You're okay, hey brother." As, yeah. So then, yeah, all the pro heroes, everyone is like watching him like a hawk. But instead of attacking him, if anyone tries to mess with him, when they are on alert for 24 hours, yeah, they all care about him now. Because, yeah, even Inko sometimes, or most of the time, walks with him and talks to him about what's been bothering him and all that stuff. As, yeah. So then, but one day, the quirk doctor called home, and Zuko answered. "This is Zuko. How do I help him?" As the quirk doctor tells him that, "Meet me at, or, hi, I'm, do you remember me? Him?" As, "I'm the quirk doctor." As what his words, yeah. As he's, "What do you want?" "Well, I want from you was actually nothing. I'm actually giving you back something. The quirk, the limit quirk that you had. Because All for One, remember All for One ripped it out of your body. Hey. And I come with my... Oh, okay. As he starts to... Yeah, after they hang him, Azumi could tell in his tone of voice that Zuko is ready to kill somebody. Even Inko, they asked him, who was that? It's the quirk doctors. He wanted to give me back something. My quirk. As they all had flashbacks of him getting his quirk ripped out of his body, like brutalist way. As Sashi knew, as he tells Zuko that he's coming along. Okay. As they know that he's about to... As Asashi came out with him and like they went. But they went to a quirk doctor's base thing, like the villains' base. And yeah, they actually, when they got to there, psych! I'm just imagining the quirk doctor says, psych, now you're dead. No. So he goes to there as he waits in his office as a quirk was literally right beside the desk as he says, I know that you want this quirk. So as he gets into the tank, or as the Zuko got into the tank and ends up giving the quirk back, as it's painful process, he knew it was the true or the limit one. Because based off of the... Usually it's... yeah, so when he placed a quirk in, it like reconnected back to his original like state. As it felt like it never got ripped out of his chest before. So yeah, then he says, now it's time. As the quirk was back into its regular spot, and yeah, then the quirk doctor tells him that you're gonna die here. As he pulls the trigger, as like a timer, as Asashi team breaks the glass to get Zuko out of there, as he calls in reinforcements, as everyone from this, yeah, as Zuko, as Sashi unbreaks the handcuffs, he takes out, as he tells him not it's gonna be like same instance as, yeah, two nukes, or no, this is a second nuke that they put. He pulls the trigger, and when before explosion, he teleported everyone out away from the area as it explodes. As they thought he was dead again, but then they try to find his body. As he gets up, as he says, "I'm right here." As his skin is charcoal. Yeah, it's his skin is like dark as that guy's mask. He looked like a charcoal. Oh, as he's trying to. Yeah. As he's trying to keep himself balanced, as he tells the radiation team to who, like, he needs to go to a shower as they sprayed him off. But funny enough, his zero power is like a black hole. Basically, it is like a when I say black hole, it's basically all the radiation wasn't like strapped to Zuko at all. And his clothes were burnt, so he looked like a Indian man. As he's a little bit ticked off, he tells them that as the radiation, or they did like full radiation on him and the around the area, it's like nothing even happened. It was like a new TNT. Basically, it's like a normal explosion, not like have nuclear radiation all the way around. And that's impossible. As they tried, nothing happens. As they asked him, "How do you feel?" As he this is what he says in his moment. I'm really ticked off, so yeah. As they know that he's a little bit ticked off because everyone else would be ticked off if they had Zuko's powers. Ours? Yeah. And he says, and also kind of happy that the quirk doctor got me back my quirk. So, yeah. And he's actually dating a girl. And no, I'm not gonna, like, have the gender bent version of that purple brain dude. Because it would be, like, weird. Some of you probably would rather puke than the watching that or listen to that crap. Yeah. So So yeah, he basically survives 2 nukes. He got his quirk ripped out of his body the brutal way. He had drugs or infinity drugs put into him. And before we end this off, the infinity drugs that I'm saying in this video is a combination of, or just imagine, combination of every drug in the entire world fused into one. Like, yeah, into one thing. And yeah, Zuko is like, and had 10 times the dose of it. Or imagine it all, but it's 10 times stronger than a normal drug. Yeah. It would probably put you in the early grave if you were like 18 and tried it. But no, I'm not trying to like recommend it. Do not do drugs. It turns, or it makes people go thinking bad thoughts. So that's my public announcement for you. Do not do drugs. So yeah. So, and the girl that I am talking about is actually 2 women, or 2 girl friends. He has 2 wives. One of them is Momo Irozu. Or I was going to pick her for to be instead of Momo. Oh, or her. But I know that probably, actually, yeah, I choose her as one, and then Chaco was for the other one. Yeah. So they had, after they got married and had 2 kids. Or, no, 4 kids. And, yeah. It was about to be a, and I actually stretched out about having 2. Let's have 3. He has 3 wives. Her, Maya, M-E-I, May, and then Ochako. Yeah. Because they know that he's very powerful. Heck, the villain Toga didn't want his blood, and she would rather have him as a friend, ally, instead of being, yeah. So every all the villains and heroes agree, even including the citizens. They all agree to watch Zuko, like to keep him calm and happy and all that stuff. Yeah. Because they all said, well, he survived 2 nukes, getting poisoned by, or the drugs, and his quirk got ripped out by you villains. As of one of the villains says, "Hey, it was the symbol of evils. Oh, remember? Oh yeah, forgot." So then, yeah, they all like watched him to make sure that if anyone tries to pull a stunt, like AKA aim, like bad, like a villain, or any like rapist or anyone that tries to mess with him, man, everyone would have gone after their butts. Yeah. And for these silver, or actually, yeah, for Zuku's three wives, they had 2 kids each. So that was 2 for Ochako, 2 for Maya, and 2 for her. And the 2 kids, one boy, looks just like the character from Seven Deadly Sins. Him. And then his sister looks like Bunny Girl, but with white skin. Yeah, everything is white with her. Yeah, but instead with the hair would be silver hair. Yeah, and yeah, they both had quirks. Like his, if there's hatred in someone's heart, they cannot move. So basically, he has a love quirk that is not similar to the, I forget her name, the one that has a ponytails, and she's works with this guy that has a bouncy. I forget her name. I think it's Val thing, or I don't know. But he has a whole different quirk. And his sister has a similar quirk to their mother. But on a whole nother level. Yeah. So they could limit, or she could limit how fast the projectiles could go to. Like, you could, like, she couldn't control the speed of people or herself. Like, she could just, like, one day she could move her speed thing. Like, she could have no limit on her speed. And she could go 50 times faster than a Tenya at full speed. Yeah. And then Ochako's, yeah, it was basically like that. So, please leave a like, share, subscribe, and do all of the fun things. And no, I'm just trying to do new voices to keep this channel fresh, clean, and relaxing. So, peace out, y'all. And have a good night/day.